Hello, Hemant. Thank you for joining me on Conversations with Deepak. What is My Home all about? What has led Saint Gobain to enter the home solutions retail business?
If you look at today, especially after the pandemic, there are a few things that have changed in the market. First is clearly the shift of time and money to home, right? I think you see people are spending time at home, whether it is working from home, learning from home. Home has always been important for Indians, but if you look at what's happened after the pandemic, I think it has really become central to our existence. So that's the uh, first, first part. The second part that you see is happening is the rapid adoption of digital and technology. What that has done is it has allowed digital first approach, and also many D2C businesses are flourishing. That's the second part. The third part that you're really looking at, India is today, many couples are working, and as a result of that, they don't have any time to do their home or interiors. They buy a home and they want somebody else to take care of it. The fourth part that's important is we know that homes or housing or residential accounts for nearly 70% of the construction in India, right? So with the massive amount of urbanization that is yet to happen in India, remember we are only 32% urbanized in India. There's 68% which is still in the rural areas. So as that changes in the coming decades, homes will become even more important. So I would say these are four or five areas which is causing a major shift in the market. And now that brings me to the second part of my response, which is why Saint-Gobain is getting into homes and what is this My Home all about. So Saint-Gobain, as you know, for a long time has been a very strong materials company. Materials like glass, gypsum, construction chemicals. So we have always been a market leader in this space, and we are very well known in the building materials. But consumers are today looking for not just materials; they're looking for solutions, and that's the reason why we have gone into something like My Home. So My Home is essentially umbrella brand which has many Saint-Gobain solutions coming under it. So we have introduced this concept about year and a half ago, and now we are taking it to more number of cities in the coming. Deepak, as a true phygital model, physical plus digital retail model. Why I say that is because in home, especially when someone is doing homes, as you know, you have to rely first on intermediaries. Second is you need a touch and feel. So what we are doing is we are providing solutions which are available, or let's say in a digital space, like we have a My Home website, and then we have physical presence. So we have physical stores in some of the cities that we have introduced. So it's a new retail concept, solutions under one umbrella, both physical as well as
Which
digital.
are the key product categories that are being offered at My Home outlets?
Many of our solutions are related to the materials we make. As an example, we make from glass, we make products like windows. So we make shower cubicles, we make kitchen and wardrobe shutters. You'd be very familiar with the kind of shutters which are now treated as modern, contemporary sliding shutters. So we make that. And then there are other products which are very well known, things like false ceilings, and also there are various other categories in construction chemicals. But broadly in this space, we are operating kind of solutions built from our own materials.
In what way can channel partners participate in the My Home rollout in terms of formats or investments or services? And in what regions are you targeting and what are your timelines?
This concept is already live in a couple of cities. So we started the first My Home store in Chennai, and then subsequently we introduced the second My Home store in Kochi. So a couple of our stores are already functional, and we have also very live and active website, which is My Home website. So this is a concept we have piloted, tested, and we are ready to roll it out across the country. So what we are targeting is maybe by the end of this year, we want to target all the key tier one and tier two cities. In fact, we have identified in many cities already partners, but we are open to develop more partners in other cities. So a channel partner would expect from a concept like My Home is Saint-Gobain is a very well known and trusted brand, number one. So, consumers, homeowners would be readily happy to work with the channel partners in all these solutions. So, the value of the brand, what we are building is really a model where consumers will choose solutions, they will visit the stores, and they will experience a very different kind of retail environment where the channel partner can engage and convert the customers to these solutions. Today the consumer is very well aware, so they do their homework, they check websites, and they come to you, so they're always comparing you with something else. The home interiors is typically a slightly longer gestation period exercise, and hence it's very important for the channel partner to stay engaged and active during the course of this journey of a consumer. What we are looking for above everything else is someone who has this entrepreneurial capability and is willing to invest time and effort in converting these customers to our solutions. What we have done is we have started small. So typically our stores would be something like anywhere between 700 to 1,000 square feet. We are not really looking at very large spaces, but in a good location, which makes sense for consumers to visit. So that's one. Second is, I think there is investment in the doing of the stores. The company supports in some ways, but it's equally important for the channel partner to commit. So there is an investment in that. But you can imagine it's not a very large investment. Today, we are not talking about thousands of square feet of a retail space. We also understand these are not easy times. So the company will support in terms of training, in terms of consumer footfalls, generating a demand, and it's this partnership which will grow. We have already seen some successful examples in these two cities that we have started with. In terms of ballpark investments, I mean, you can imagine we have done stores which are anywhere between 8 to 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs of investment for a channel partner in doing up the store. But I think when we look at the payback, it is so rapid that you will be able to recover the money very quickly, and you won't even feel that you had invested, and we're quite happy to expand to newer stores if possible.
How strong is your manufacturing and logistics base with respect to these products that are being offered, the value added products?
So India is one of the countries where Saint-Gobain has invested thousands of crores into materials like glass, gypsum, construction chemicals, etc. In the downstream solutions, we are already invested more than 100 crores just in the manufacturing. So a window plant, shower cubicle plant, shutter, kitchen wardrobe shutter plants, and various such investments. And we are keen to invest more. Equally, we are building this model on a digital platform. So it's a end-to-end digitalization. See, one of the unique challenges of doing solutions in India is everything is customized. There is nothing like a standard size. You go to any home, everybody wants it their way. Sizes are different. There is no two windows, two shower cubicles, just same size, even in apartments. So you need to really customize it, and that's the beauty of it. And hence, we are doing this completely digitalized, end to end. So what that means is, I will design, I will measure, I'll manufacture, I'll deliver, I'll install everything end to end through a digitalized model. And that makes it possible for us to customize. So let's say a designer comes to the store and says, look, they would like a certain kind of shower cubicle or shutter or window. So we have a vast range of this available to the MyHome store. Once the selection is done, the company takes over. Some of the MyHome partners would also be involved into installation, but we have many models. So as I said, look, we have our own teams which take care of installation. So the whole, from the time the customer is converted, we take care of it end to end. But the MyHome partner is deeply involved in this entire chain.
How many MyHome partners do you plan to tie up with during these next, say, couple of years?
So what we are intending to do is, by the end of this year, as I said, we want to maybe present in the top 20 cities. So hence at least 20 numbers in terms of the My Home partner. And in the next 2 years, of course, that number will expand. We would like to be present in all the tier one, tier two, tier three cities, and that number can multiply significantly. The most important thing, having established a very strong digitalized value chain, is to really create demand. And what we are focusing on is creating demand for these My Home partners. And what you will see is we recently started before the second wave hit us. In fact, we went mass media. We did in these markets, markets like Bangalore, Kerala, we did mass media campaigns for some of our solutions. What we intend to do is to expand that footprint and go national in some of these solutions. So the idea is to really create an awareness and demand, and then support this with this network of My Home partners across the country.